Well, I've been working with people at the department here since the early 90s when there was this large multinational study of air pollution and mortality that I was an advisor for. I've been collaborating with them ever since, and it's nice to see how the department here has grown. This workshop is very interesting because, we started out looking at air pollution and mortality, but they've expanded all the things they do. There have been discussions here about evaluating how well hospitals do for different procedures, about looking at health effects of incinerators or garbage dumps, about looking at cancer, looking at all sorts of different health outcomes. And so the department here has really broadened and is a very strong department, which is collaborating with people in other major epidemiology centers. They're collaborating with Harvard on some of these health services things, as well as I do the air pollution stuff. And so we've got collaborations. We've also been talking about more collaborations looking at effects of heat waves and things like that. And again, I was involved in, the FUE project that they were a lead center for, which looked at the effects of heat waves in Europe, and we'll be doing some more stuff with satellite monitoring. So this is something that's been going on for a long time, both collaborating with me and with other people, and I think that this is a very strong department, and it's strong because of all those collaborations. They have a lot of work they do with Qual in Barcelona and with other major centers in Europe. I think the main challenge is that air pollution, for example, comes from traffic and it comes from industrial activity, and there's a lot of resistance to doing things about that. When you talk about controlling emissions from factories or incinerators, people complain about how much it costs. It might cost jobs, etc. When you talk about traffic, everyone wants to drive, so you can tighten the standards of how much comes out of the exhaust of a car, but if you want to go beyond that and say maybe we should have more public transportation, that gets harder. So I think those are the political things. It's less that people have scientific objections to it, because the evidence is overwhelming. The issue is, what are we going to do about it, and how are we going to do it affordably? And of course, industrial corporations always argue that it will cost them too much money to put on these controls. And so there's that dynamic that goes on in convincing politicians that they need to do something. And I think what the scientists can do is to keep pointing out the magnitude of the health effect. It's not just that air pollution is bad for you. Air pollution kills people, and if we show them how much that mortality will go down if they clean up the air, then we have something on the other side of the argument that means something to a politician, and that they can weigh against the other things.